Hello students, I am Yuvraj Marmat. I have secured the rank 458 this year, and I would like to share my journey on this platform. Well, I am from Rajasthan, Jaipur, and I am graduated from IIT-BHU Civil Engineering. And after that, I have cleared the GATE examination as well as Engineering Services examination, and I worked in Indian Oil as well as in BRO. After that, I was trying for civil services. So this was my sixth attempt, and in these six attempts, I have given four mains, and this was my second interview where I was selected this year. So I would like to share detail of my journey. Well, after working in Indian Oil and BRO, I realized that you can do much better in your life in career wise, or you can provide more to the community as well as country. So I thought that civil services would be a great platform for that. So I started my journey in 2016, where then I gave my first attempt. After that, few 1 or 2 year I failed the failure, but I never quit, and I always aspired for being a civil servant. So after my fourth mains, I was pretty much sure that I will clear the civil services, and even I would say that on the day of interview, I told my parents that I will be selected this year. That was the confidence which you should all have, that you can clear the examination, but just you need a determination. So on the day of interview, I told my parents that I will clear the examination, and on 30th of June 2022, the result came, and my words got true. So I would like to say to the aspirants that everybody has a different journey in this civil services. Some got selected in first attempt, some take 3 years, 3 attempts, or some take even 6 attempts. But the journey, the goal you are aspiring for, it is a huge, and it is a platform which you can contribute to society, your parents as well as your friends and relatives. That is not comparable to any other job or any other areas in this country as far as India is concerned. So I would like to motivate all of you that you should never quit for this journey, and you should always show some perseverance, dedication towards this journey. And in the end, if you are confident enough that you can make it, then certainly a day will come that you will be a civil servant, either IAS, IPS, or whatever service you will like. So all the best to everyone, and hope you will be selected in coming years. Thank you. My starting journey was this, that many of you should must have not thought about doing civil services in the college days. After college, you must have tried some job, and then you may be thinking that there is some emptiness in your life and you should try for civil services. The same happened with me, that I want to do something more in my career. Though I had a few government job at that time, but I thought that civil services will provide me a greater opportunity in the life. So I started after 3-4 years of my graduation for the civil services, and my option was philosophy. So at that time, I decided for philosophy, and in the beginning, it was not so smooth because there was some lack of guidance regarding the GS preparation. So in the main course, I decided the strategy. In this strategy, various institutes contributed, even Insight contributed towards my journey, like the various publications, material and content they provided, which was very helpful. So in the beginning, it was this scenario. Well, I would say any experience you gain during your college or even in your job will not go waste in civil services. I have worked in some government organizations, so I have the basic understanding of how a government organization work and what are the issues in them or what are the benefits. So, if you happen to, anybody happen to work in the civil service, they will already will acquainted to those facticities. So it will be easy to accommodate in that environment, that you have to work like this, and there will be less rigidness. Actually, job makes you humble. That experience helps you a lot in the civil services especially. So this experience helps in after selection, not during the preparation so much, but after selection it helps a lot. Thought whenever I couldn't clear the prelims, that it was like that I should not quit. Of course, for 2-3 days it was like a setback. You have to sink in the all the things which that you for a 1 year you have to prepare again. Everything, everybody must have followed that who are not clearing prelims. But after my failure, I didn't waste my time. After 2 3 days, I started the preparation again with the much more confidence. I analyzed where are my mistakes, and after realizing those mistakes, then I was again confident that okay, now I can clear it again. And one thing is there that I never failed prelims like with huge margin. It was like 1 or 2 3 marks. So I was always hopeful that these are by mistake or by luck, so obviously I can improve on that. So those students who are not clearing prelims because of 2 3 of my, I will say 5 to 7 mark, they should not take it like they have not, they don't have such potential for civil services. These things are matter of luck, sometimes environment and everything. So when these things will be in your favor, you have to wait for that, and you should continuously work towards your betterment and knowledge development. Well, I would say that one time I failed in CSAT also. Though that was the one reason I could only realize that I panicked in the exam. Most of the students who are appearing in CSAT, they panic because of the lack of time management. So if you want to appear for CSAT, don't think that you have to attempt 80 question all of the 80 question. You should try to attempt 70 question, whatever question you attempt, but just don't panic on it, because ultimately there are 27 questions you have to correct effectively. So if you are doing 35 40 45 questions correct in a given 2 hours, then you will clear the CSAT. Many of time you will panic, and after that panic mode, you will try to attempt more question, and you will do end up doing more negative marking that will kill your CSAT. So that happened with me also, and I realized last in this attempt only, I went there with a calm mind and cool mindset, and I attempted only 66 question in the CSAT, and I was pretty much sure without checking the exam paper that I am clearing the CSAT. Ma'am, I would say practical thing only in this, that after the prelims, many people say that you should start your mains journey next of one in after 1 2 days. But in practicality, nobody will start studying in 2 3 days only. They usually take a week or 10 days. So same was the case with me. I took around I started preparation for mains after 15 days. But after that, I framed my time schedule and everything, my syllabus schedule, that I have to complete everything 15 20 days before the actual mains, and in last 20 days I have to do revision and only. So that was my strategy, that you have to complete your syllabus, and in last 20 days you have to revise how much you can revise. So it's not about wasting the days after prelims, it's about utilizing the day when you started your preparation for mains. And many people study 14 hours, many people study 10 hours. So those studying 8 hours, they should start early. Who are studying 14 hours, they can start little bit late, but ultimate goal is to complete the syllabus. So it's up to you that when you want to start the studies, when you want to start for the mains, but the goal should be that you should complete the syllabus. There are different kind of people, and they are different kind of mindset. Everybody study in their own way. Some has a good grasping ability, they, and some need many times revisions. So who need many times revision, they should study 18 hours 16 hours. And who has a good grasping memory, good memory, good grasping capability, understand, they can do it in 10 or 12 hours. So it's up to the student. In my case, I used to start my studies in from 9 a.m. Till 5 a.m. I used to study at my room. After that, after 7 p.m. to 12 p.m. Used to study at my library. So that was a mix. Uh, and me in meanwhile, if I am not feeling like studying, then I used to hang out with my friends. So it's not like that you have to study uh, completely every day, each hour, 12 hours, 15 hours. It's up to you that in the end, completing the syllabus matters. It doesn't matter how much you study, how many hours you are studying. Actually, free time is the time it helps you release your stress. So you should invest in those activities which makes you happy every time, so that you stop about studying and you start thinking about that what you should do in the with your friends. So my hobbies were like, I used to watch movies in the free time. Like if I'm not feeling for studying, then after 11 p.m. I used to watch movies, and in the evening I used to go to walk with my friends. I used to talk to with them, having tea with them, coffee with them, and sometimes I used to cook food. So these were the things which make keep me happy, and on those moments, and plus they help releasing the stress of the studies. So ultimately I realized that you should not stress yourself too much at the point of collapse, that these if you are not able to study and then you are starting thinking too much, and you are collapsing your schedule only, so it will go towards negative on your preparation only. I would say that I didn't completely cut off my social circle. There was 7 8 friends in the Delhi where I was preparing, and I used to meet them regularly or in 2 3 days. But the social circle I cut off. Those were the people who were not associated with the UPSC. Okay, so if you people are associated with UPSC, you can talk to them about the life, how you should prepare, what are they studying, but there should not be too many. And particularly, you should identify that who are very serious about studies. They are motivating you, who are motivating themselves for the study. If you are with those friends, then obviously you will feel also motivated. But if you are with those people who are not who are very careless about studies, they don't want to study, they just want to roam around and have parties all. So you should try to avoid those people, so because ultimately they will hamper your desires, that you should also enjoy your life. But the preparation is like this, you cannot waste your time much. And once you always I used to think always that after the selection my life will be completely changed. So it happened. Ultimately, my life was changed, but many of my friends who didn't clear, they are still the aspirants. So it changes life both ways. So keep that thought in your mind that you have to clear this examination, and you should not waste your time. For in my case, there was no as such peer group where I used to discuss the answer writing. In my case, the answer writing was deduced by myself only with the help of toppers copies and material which I gathered online. And I used to talk about particular topics with my friends, but not as such that how you should approach answer writing, etc. Irony was that this year, in the previous attempt, I used to take test series for prelims and mains, and this year I didn't take any test series regarding prelims and mains and interview. I just went for mock interviews. I didn't take any test series for prelims, mains, or essay or ethics. That was my whole self preparation this year. I used to take test series from market, and those test series were from insights also, and I used to solve at home. But I did not subscribe to any long term test series. Sources by philosophy, that I started preparation from Patanjali notes. Then after my 2 attempts, and I realized that these are not complete. Okay, you have to more add on in it. Then I started studying the Mitra classes notes, and after that last year I add on with them with the rank 28 2019 CSE 2019 notes. He studied from VVR classes in Delhi. So I gathered all the material from the different coaching, and even from my Google, when I didn't understand any concept, then I started to Google and search or searched YouTube videos of regarding them. So it was a mix of all of them, and I made a short notes, detail compiled notes of those slave subjects, and I compiled them in 5 books, and those were the 5 books I studied during my whole mains preparation. That I have to study these only and nothing else, because in philosophy there is nothing called current affairs. There is very less area of current affair. Mostly things are static, but those things are very deep. So my effort was toward this only, that I should make them easily readable and concise, so that before examination I can revise them many number of times. His scenario is changing differently. In When I opted for philosophy, at that time philosophy was scoring. These days philosophy is not scoring, and I guess this year topper of philosophy is secured 287 around marks, 290 you can say. So, and while other optional are securing 310, 315 also. So I would say if you have a particular keen interest in philosophy, that I like philosophy, I like reading about philosophers, I like reading about their thoughts and their life journey, then you should take philosophy. But you should never take philosophy as after seeing the syllabus in the UPSC website, because syllabus is very short, and many times coaching promotes that optional by saying that its syllabus is very short, you can complete it easily, and very objective syllabus. But it's not like that. It is a very in-depth paper. You have to study a lot about it, and the main issue is that there are not many resources regarding philosophy in the market. So it provide a misconception issue to students, that how they sharpen their things, like how they improve their concepts, how they improve their content writing skills in philosophy, though that hampers in the preparation. So if you are only having a keen interest in philosophy, then you should take, if it not because of a short syllabus, I would say. This was my second interview, and actually the last interview was my in 2020, just before the COVID. And the same, I this year also I got the same panel, the same chairman took my interview. So I was very worried about that when I realized that the same person is going to take my interview again. Last year he awarded very bad marks, so there was a fear in my mind. But I controlled the fear, and I went there with a relaxed mindset, and I started. And when you enter the UPSC room, that you before interview you used to think that interview will go like this, it will go like this. But the reality is that many times you will enter in the interview room, and the interview start from within 10 seconds. You don't have any time to think about it. So in the that will start in from in that will start in natural flow. So you should not think about how your interview will go. You should always remain calm and composed, and whatever the question they ask, that's just answer them with a nice smile, not too much and not too less. That will work. First of all, I would say that in my laptop there is a thumbnail of Insight. Whenever I open it, browser, there is always a Insight link in my laptop. I used to click it, and the daily news they used to publish, that daily news article, I used to read them. Second thing, the synopsis part of that they provide means synopsis. Yeah, secure Insight synopsis. So I used to study them for especially for GS1 and GS2 also. So because the history and geography is a part which you cannot cover by books only, because you have to know some detailed questions only. So a synopsis used to provide good coverage of it. Secondly, I already told that I brought the test series of Insight from the market. So these things helped me a lot in the preparation phase. यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन के लिए मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि अगर आपने इस चीज़ को ठान लिया है कि आपको आईएएस बनना है, आईपीएस बनना है, तो आप उसको पूरे दिल से और लगन से कोशिश करते रहिए पढ़ने की, और उन चीज़ों को आप इम्प्रूव करने की कोशिश करते रहिए जब भी आपको मौका लगे। एक दिन आपको सफलता ज़रूर मिलेगी। जैसे मुझे 5-6 साल लग गए इसको एग्ज़ाम को निकालने में, बट मैंने कभी हार नहीं मानी, और हमेशा के हमेशा इसमें कोशिश लगा रहा है कि एक ना एक दिन सफलता मुझे मिलेगी। सेम आपको भी करने की कोशिश करते रहना चाहिए। कभी 1-2 फेलियर से निराश नहीं होना चाहिए कि हाँ, ये मैं इसके लायक नहीं बना हूँ। क्योंकि जिस दिन आप बन जाएँगे, तो आपको 5 साल कभी याद नहीं आएँगे। आपको सिर्फ़ याद आएगा कि अब मुझे लवासना जाना है, और अब आईएएस या आईपीएस की ट्रेनिंग करनी है। तो वो दिन और आपके एस्पिरेंट वाले दिनों में बहुत ज़मीन आसमान का अंतर होगा। तो आप हमेशा अपने आप को उन चीज़ों के बारे में सोचिए कि जिस दिन आप बन जाएँगे तो क्या करेंगे। तो आप हमेशा मोटिवेटेड रहिए, और सही सोर्सेज़ को पढ़िए, और हमेशा अपने राइटिंग स्किल्स और जो कंटेंट है उसको इम्प्रूव करने की कोशिश करते रहिए, आपको सफलता ज़रूर मिलेगी। थैंक यू।